Welcome back to the stream. My name is Dialogue, and that was Spinach Rack metal cover by Florian Haak again, because he has so much good stuff. So, yeah. Today we are gonna do another What's That Game series episode. So, yeah, we're gonna do some Hand of Fate 2 today, which is one of the games I have been waiting for. So there it is, right on the background. Let me just unmute this. Might be a little loud, but there we go. So, Hand of Fate. I don't know if you guys saw the first Hand of Fate or ever played that. But it's basically a little card game with a big twist. I'll show you guys right now. Most likely we'll get the same mechanics as the first game. Maybe some expanded stuff. Seems to be a little story here.
Your memories are fading even now. Gone to form the soul of the game we play. These pieces are new, as are the stakes. Life.
Ah, he's back. So this guy was in the first one as well.
We must ride, for time is short, and you have much to learn. Make your first choice, and let us set these wheels in motion once more.
So we gotta choose a card here. Let's go for the male, I guess.
These cards represent your history and our game. We know where they end, for you are here. Therefore, these cards must guide you to my side. Let us see what the journey holds. The fool steps into nothingness because they know no better. In the same way, you must step into the void. You are a blank slate, and together we will write your history.
You've stumbled many miles through the forest in search of the thieves who robbed you. Though exhausted and hungry, you are determined to reclaim your father's amulet. Alright. So this game is all about cards, except that the cards actually do stuff. Like they actually animate it all. So for example, here we have the leader. This thing is really in the way right now. The leader plus a 4 card. Okay, so we basically have some text adventure stuff going on here, which is great. You finally catch sight of the thieves backing at a large tree, hacking out a large tree and arguing amongst themselves. We can move closer to eavesdrop, or we can keep our distance. Either way, something's gonna happen. So I say we should eavesdrop on them.
Every element of the game has been improved, even those that seem at first glance familiar.
So we have
understand the nuances.
We have 3 chances of success and 1 of failure. This is gonna be a tricky one. I'm gonna choose this one. Success! We creep forward and we overhear their leader spouting orders. It's simple, he says. The idiots walk down the road, you push over the tree and jump out. They'll be too scared to put up a fight and we'll get rich. What? Oh, okay. Why don't we just jump out and stab him? Another hooded figure chimes in. Yeah, corpses don't put up a fight either. That's a good point. Frustration rises in the leader's voice. Also, I just noticed that I'm streaming on the wrong community right now. Let me just quickly fix that. Otherwise people are gonna be really annoyed that I'm not streaming League of Legends while streaming to a League of Legends community. Let me change this into Hand of Fate 2. First impressions. First playthrough. Yeah, let's do that. There, that's fixed. Also, I should probably put this back on the other screen. There we go. Frustration rises in the leader's voice. The Empire doesn't care if a few farmers lose some sprouts but drop a corpse on the royal road. And the place will be filled with soldiers. Makes sense. Before you even spend the coin. We don't need that trouble. Now quiet, here they come. You soon spot a group of farmers coming around the corner, bringing their wares to the market. The thieves fell the tree into the path of the unsuspecting farmers and they leap out. Weapons brandished. Give us all your food. We can leap to the farmers' defense, which will most likely initiate a fight. We can offer to help the farmers, warning them it won't come for free. So that's something. You probably get a card for that. Everything on this game is based on cards. Help the thieves with their extortion. So we could also help them. That's interesting. I feel like we should save the farmers though, and let's leap to the farmer's defense. You draw your weapon with practiced skill. Well, you hear the leader's voice. You lads handle this, I'll meet you when you're done. So, like I said, initiates a fight. Let's see how this works again. So there's 4 bandits here. 4 thugs. This is rather loud. Violence for the sake of violence and theft for the sake of money. Thieves attack frequently and can evade standard attacks, making heavy weapons less effective. Sounds okay. Okay, we got a few farmers with us. We can block break by pressing the right mouse button. The middle mouse button. Attack and defend with left and right mouse button. Move. Space is evade. We can left control run and finisher. Weapon ability is left shift. This would probably be something that's better played with a controller, I'm thinking. I don't know if they have controller support. I'm not quite sure on that. But hey, let's oh god. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So we have 100 health. if you get a glowy weapon, I'm guessing we can do a finisher. They had no faces for some reason. That was weird. Forest ambush. The farmers fumble in their haversacks in gratitude. Thank you, adventurer. I'm sure that after they took our food, they would have taken our lives as well. No, I'm not dead, Kadardar. I'm pretty much alive. So we gain food, we gain some gold. And we also gain some HP back. Your satisfaction lasts only a moment before you realize your father's amulet is not among the takings. That's bad. Damn shame. You really want to see me die, don't you? Their leader must still have it. You set to your feet, determined to find him. Well, okay. So, this statue is us. We are a farmer, fighter, I don't know what. And I'm great, man, I'm great. How are you? But what I was gonna say, we can move one space right here. And that's gonna draw a card. Yeah, maybe we should play same Dark Souls. No, fuck Dark Souls. A friend in need. So, since we moved, we had to draw that card we landed on. While enjoying a moment beside the fire, you spy a strange figure. Approaching your camp, it's a goblin, dressed in what must pass for goblin finery. Really? That's up the ass. From beneath a filthy fox pelt serving as an ill-fitting wig, the goblin winks at you with wild red eyes. Aha! I've been roaming for hours trying to find you. We must get this over with quickly, if I have any hope of getting to all the people on my list before... Is he trying to be Santa? Is he trying to be... a goblin Santa Claus? Oh boy. This starts out great. It lowers a sack from its shoulder, and now from within my sack I can conjure whatever your heart desires. The goblin's voice trails off as he examines his sack. Goblin Sinter... Ah yeah, Sinterklaas. Yeah. Kinda the same thing, I guess. Well, I could if there wasn't a blooming great big hole in it. His head disappears entirely into the bag until his bulbous nose protrudes from the breach. Okay. A new plan then. The goblin pulls out his lost trinkets. Okay, so I guess we get to pick something here. Soldier's sword, warrior's axe, or a shield. I'm gonna go for the sword. Critical strike, riposte, one-handed. Yeah, let's do that. Instead of our neglected sword. That's a weird name for a sword. So we got a better sword now. That's great. A wise choice. Now I must go. There are many others I must visit before I can rest. The goblin runs off into the night, his fox wig flapping in the evening breeze. You can change equipment in the inventory. Let's do that right now. We already have it equipped right now, which is great. Okay, so we do have quite a bit of equipment we can put on. You can change blah blah blah. Let's move another space. Also healed.
This card has a token. Can you find it?
Your journey through a forest is interrupted by an inquisitive child. Are you searching for the forest folk? My uncle says they used to walk these woods giving out gifts. I want to find one and ask for a lemon cake. Why would you do that? Like, is he that hungry? As they dash off to peer under a nearby log, the child shouts back, remember, if you meet forest folk, get me a lemon cake. In the other direction, an eerie song hangs in the air. You attempt to find its origin. Alright, another 3 successful shots. Pardon me. So we have 3 successful shots and 1 less successful one. This is Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. Bite a tiger in the toe. Dungeons and Dragons board game. Kinda, I guess. It doesn't have anything of the Dungeons and Dragons series in it, but I guess you could kinda say that. Success! You follow the song through thicket and stream until you find an open glade bathed in golden sunlight. You find an aged maiden, her posture bent like the boughs of a forest. It has been 12 winters since I had a visitor. The playstyle. It's like, yeah, the guy sitting across from me is like the dungeon keeper, if you mean stuff like that. He plays out the cards and yeah, that's kinda it. Like, he tells the story and stuff and I play the game. So I guess, in a way, yes, it's Dungeons and Dragons. Her voice is a whisper, yet it thunders in your ears. You may visit me when you are in need, adventurer.
This is yours now. Even if you lose the challenge, you have earned this token.
Awesome, so we got a token. I think it's pretty cool. The first game was really, really good. And this seems to improve upon that. What I remember from the last game is that tokens actually were there for buying cards. Like, you could expand your whole deck and it could contain bad cards, it could contain good cards. It's D&D if you don't have friends. That's probably the most accurate description, yeah.
Nothing could be more fitting now than meeting the mage who started this all, or at least
the Royal Roads. A trail of fallen trees and distraught farmers leads you to the thieves who had stolen your amulet. It seems their infighting has only gotten worse. The bandits surround their former leader, weapons drawn. Everyone will get their fair share, there's no need for violence. Pardon me. The leader implores, whoever heard of a thief talk about fair shares? Spits one, you turn up and boss us around, we barely stabbed anyone. Kadarda says, or friends that aren't nerd enough. I guess so. It's been days since I stabbed someone. Days. The leader notices you approaching and waves you over. As much as I'd love to continue this discussion regarding stabbings. So basically they make no friends with strangers, you see. As much as I'd love to continue this discussion regarding stabbings, I'm afraid I have urgent business with my associate here. As he greets you, he whispers, keep me alive and there will be plenty of gold for your trouble. Hell no! He stole my amulet! Tell him he will pay in blood for his thievery. Let's go with that. He grins, here's a thought, does it have to be my blood specifically? Kill my associates and I will gladly return your amulet. Ever reliable, the thieves draw their blades to mug you. The leader hurries away to hide. What a bastard! So... Give us your stuff or we'll stab you up, growls one of them. You consider your options. Give them all your food and gold. Hell no. We'll go fight them. You draw your weapon, prepare to deal with the miscreants. Perform a quick riposte by attacking immediately after defending an enemy attack. That's great to know because we'll have to put that to good use. By the way, Kadada, why are you watching this on YouTube? It's way better over on Twitch. Alright. This feels a little bit like the combat system in Batman. Can we do a finisher? Ow. Got him. Because I aimed at my PC and too lazy to download. Ah, I see. So that was another fight down right there. With the battle resolved, the thief leader nods in approval at the carnage before him. He holds out a hand. The name is Malaclips. Bard extraordinaire. You mean thief extraordinaire. His smile fades under your withering glare. Sensing your anger, he raises his hands and surrender. Wait, let's not be hasty. We're on the same side. I'm an upstanding citizen just like you. I've been working with the thieves, yes, but only for the greater good. How is stealing an amulet greater good? Like what? No, really? They were killing people before I came along. I know it seems bad, but look. He pulls out an amulet from his pocket and presses it into your hands. All is forgiven, yes? You stare at the amulet. It does not look familiar. Oh, Malaclips says, scratching his head. He opens a small satchel, so which one is yours? Really? Choose your father's amulet. It was a bull, right? The ox amulet, that suits you, very similar facial structure. Say, you know what? I'm lonely, you're lonely, we should work together. You have befriended Malaclips, the trickster. What? How does that work? We should probably get to know one another, seeing as we're going to be friends for life. I don't want to be your friend! You stole my damn amulet. Tell me, where are you from? So it's off to a good start for me personally. Oh, this looks amazing. Oh, we actually get to create our character here. Do we? Like... What's this? Choose an appearance. Ah, that changes your appearance. Alright. So this is someone that has lived in the swamplands, I guess. This is someone that lived in a tropical forest or something. A city person. And someone that's lived in the Northlands. Let's go with this one. I like this one the best. Choose our hair here. I'm guessing you get to unlock more of it by playing the game and getting those tokens. I am gonna go with the long hair. I wish I could turn this though. It does not. So this changes the hair color. Blonde, white, lots of colors. Let's make it black. Let's keep it at that. And let's see what this does. That actually changes the amulet on your chest. That's neat. Let's go with the ox because we went for that. Then we get to choose our outfit color. So this actually changes the color on the outfit as well as the pattern. That's quite cool. I do like blue and green, goes good together. So I'm gonna go for this. Looks really awesome. Let's finish our character here. This is something that wasn't in the previous game, as far as I know. From the Eastern Belt, eh? You don't say. Good swords from the Eastern Belt. Very trusting. Yeah. That sounds like he's up to something. Oh, by the way, I mean... we friend... owe money to Vignes. Wait, what? Oh, by the way, I mean we... friend, owe money to Vignes of the Thieves Guild. No, I don't. You stole my damn amulet. I don't owe you shit. He's quite angry at us. He can be angry at me all he wants. He's just gonna get a stab in his face. We should journey to the Mire Bridge together to appease him. Some gold might help. Hell no. I'm just gonna stab him. Stab him if I get the choice. Although to come to think of it, I'm rather busy. What? So he pushes his stuff on me. I already hate this one. I hate this guy. I just hate this character. Malaclip's Eye's a pretty trader hiking up the road, so it'd be best if you get the gold and I meet you there. I hate this guy. So we get a bigger playing field this time. I don't think we can move in. Oh, we can. There we go. But now we cannot click. So I'll just have to do it like this. So we have a few choices. We can go like this, and then finish it. Or we could go like this, back, finish it, or something like that. You basically have the choice of not doing one card here or doing all the cards. Doing all the cards can be sometimes very risky because you might not have the health for it, and at other times it might be really rewarding. Like it might give you gold or it might give you better weapons. So let's go.
Let us learn what sort you are.
Arm
Strong,
wrestling.
Clever. Wise. The circumstances under which you come here put the lie to that.
You enter a competition of strength at a fair. A gold prize is available to the winner. In the first round of competition, your opponent is diminutive Roland, a halfling from a traveling troupe of acrobats. Alright, so we gotta throw dice here.
Another small game embedded in our game.
This is... I think this is new. I can't remember if the first game actually had dice. I don't think it had. Click and hold to grab the dice. Release to throw. Awesome, so we got our 10 score.
You are learning.
We just got our 10 score there, so that's great. Roland is no match for his strength. He gives a disappointed backflip off the table and collects his meager winnings. Then cartwheels out the door. Awesome, we gained 10 gold for that. So it does seem to be rather going the way of Dungeons and Dragons. And I would love if this actually had multiplayer in it. That would be really, really neat. Like, you wouldn't need a dungeon keeper or dungeon master per se, because the computer could just do that. Of course, it's more fun to have someone that creates custom stuff, but if you don't have that, then this is probably the next best thing. You take your reward from the purser on the way out to the tavern. When you return, you will compete in the next round for a larger prize. So we can return there, seems like. Let's go this way.
The roads have become even more deadly since the Empire has come to power, despite their promises of the opposite.
Distressed damsel. The road ahead is blocked by an overturned carriage and a woman calling for help. Please help, she cries. I've been robbed by a band of thugs. Is there anything you can do? Assist the distressed woman. Seven. Oh dear God, that's bad. Let's do the 2 and the 1. Let's reroll these. And we failed. Now something is...
And thus you have lost this round.
Something bad is most likely gonna happen. Why, thank you. Now if you would be so kind to give me all of your gold. The woman draws a pair of concealed blades from her corset. Come on out, boys. You have no time to react as a group of bandits spring from hiding. So, since we lost that dice roll, we are forced into a fighting scene. But we do have our better sword here. Soldier sword, every hero must have a heroic sword by the side. This, however, is utterly ordinary. Great. So this feels like exactly like Batman. Ow. I'm just trying to not get hit. Awesome. That was a finishing move. So I think the fighting is where the game really shines. I love the fighting. The card stuff is really good as well. But so far I really love the fighting. With the thugs defeated, you search their bodies for valuables. So we got a 9 target. Awesome, we made that. So we do find something. You find some food amongst their possessions. So food is something that you do need to keep going. Because if I'm correct, every step takes 1 food. And food also makes you regenerate health. So if you're out of food, you're not gonna regenerate anything.
Celebration.
Yeah, there.
Made of what?
It actually
You see how quickly the actions of the usurper are turned into tales for children.
that actually subtracted 1 food and it healed us for a bit as well. Carnival. Nearing the sleepy hamlet of Dulwich, you find villagers in the midst of some kind of celebration. Much of the activity concerns a large paper and wood statue depicting a fearsome warrior looming triumphantly over a prone lizardman. We can either follow the parade, ask locals what is going on, or carry on our way. I would like to know what's going on, so I'm just gonna go like this. Friendly stable hand explains, in a bygone age our town was beset by half men, half lizards. There was no food, no respite, and very little hope. Okay. Salvation came in the form of a nameless warrior who hunted the beast for a little more than a handful of coins and a crust of bread. This sounds like something that happened in the first game. So that's pretty neat. He smiles warmly at the festivities. We honor the warrior like this. The statue is filled with food and gold. We take turns smashing it to bits with a club. You're welcome to join us. And you may keep whatever falls out. Oh, so that's why they put that in. The parade and statue are winding their way into town and almost out of sight. Let's follow the parade. The parade ends in the town square. You watch as the villagers take turns smashing the statue with a club and gathering the food and gold that spills out. A local notices your interest and asks if you would like a turn. Yeah, sure, we could join in. We have a huge success here. And I'm thinking it's this one, if I'm correct. Let's try that. That's a failure. That's a failure. You wield the club with all your strength, however the blindfold affects your balance and you bring the weapon down on your foot. Ouch! That's... oh. So now we have to draw an injury card. That's gonna cost us 10 life. Engulfed in shame, you leave the town to their celebrations and hope no tales are told of this day. Oh boy. So stuff like that happens as well, which is pretty fun. I think that should be in any game, really.
Water is a symbol for the many thoughts that churn beneath the surface. What is it you're thinking of?
Deep water.
What concern is worrying at your mind?
Shut up. I'm trying to read here. Deep water. While crossing a stone bridge, you suddenly find yourself confronted by the villainous band. 4. So it's 4 of them. You can stand and fight the fiends or throw yourself to the mercy of the river below. If I would leap into the river, it would mean that I might take damage if I do not hit the die target. So I'm just gonna stand and fight here. Because I'll most likely take less damage that way. Steel. Steel. 4 of steel. Oh, they're guards. The first line of defense against anyone who would question the Empire. These are most likely corrupt guards, I guess. Empire enemies wear armor that reduces their damage by 3, rendering light weapons less effective. Gotcha! We're just gonna have to bash them with... I'm just gonna keep parrying or riposting so I don't get hit that much. Come on, come on. Gotcha. Alright. Ah, that was a little bit too early. Let's see if we can finish this with 10. 10 score. There we go. Got him. Get gold for Vignes. Oh, that's our current objective. Having spilled your enemy's blood, you search the bodies for anything useful. Gain equipment. Warrior's Axe. So, the Warrior's Axe actually gets critical strike way earlier. So if you do 10 hits with the sword, that's when it starts glowing, then it does critical strike damage. Okay, okay. And the axe actually does that after 6 hits. And then you cause 250% damage. That's mighty powerful. Against Northerners, Riposte deals 125% damage. That's okay, I guess. It's not really that game changing. Armor Breaker. Against corrupted enemies, Bash causes additional damage to armored. That might come in handy later on.
I am right here, and we have things to do.
He's being really impatient. One-handed, this gains riposte between enemy combo attacks. Additional defense from a shield is useful against Northerners. Bash deals additional damage to armor. Enemies while they block, susceptible to blade, to evade, cannot riposte. It does more damage, but it also means we'll be giving up the chance to riposte, as well as blocking. So we would have to evade. I'm not gonna equip that. We nearly got full HP there as well. Yeah, we're gonna move back to this one. Nothing happens. Let's go to the last one.
Here we come to the end of the beginning.
That
Running
drop.
errands for mages.
You arrive at the Mire Bridge as the sun begins to dip below the horizon. You find Malacalypse perusing a selection of cheeses by the market. Ah, if it isn't my good friend, the adventurer. Did you bring the gold? Vignes has arranged to meet at the graveyard. I am not gonna give him gold anyway, so let's just go to the graveyard. You wonder whether the spot was chosen for its seclusion or easy body disposal. Vignes greets Malacalypse with a sly grin. Looks like you turned up after all, with a lackey in tow. We had our doubts, you know. That's a 4. Is that a 4? No, that's a 2. Vignes cracks his knuckles and giggles. Well, now Malacalypse convinced me. What's to stop me from cutting off your head today? Ooh boy. You reveal your gold as Malacalypse scrounges in his pockets for some too. You lose 20 gold. Screw that. The heavy satchel of riches lands at Vignes' feet with a thud that echoes through the silence of the cemetery. That's our deal done, Malacalypse says, very obvious in his voice. No need for any further troubles. I'm sorry, Mal, Vignes grins. You should have known the guild was never going to let you pay with cash stolen from our members in the first place. Come on. So we get to fight a boss now, and 4 others. Okay. Vignes the Crazed. Treacherous and greedy, a dangerous combination. Anarchists throw flaming bombs that cause fire damage. Your armor is no use to you here. Does it block with my shield though? Let's not get hit by that. Ooh, oh, so that's the critical left shift. Awesome. Didn't get hit once there. Okay, I did get hit there. He seems rather easy for a boss character. Oh, we gotta kill him like this. Awesome. That wasn't too hard, but I'm guessing the bosses get harder and harder. Malaclypse scratches his chin thoughtfully. Seems you could do with someone savvy to help you navigate these tricky matters of diplomacy. I think I did fine there. My sword was a fine diplomat. Like maybe killing everyone wasn't the best idea. Come, let us discuss our partnership over an ale or two. I'm still not forgiving you for stealing my amulet, damn it. The foot.
Well done. You have cleared the first challenge. And now we can move on to
the
next.
fool. There. For really? For completing the fool, we get a cardinal blade and a bastion of purification. Okay. For completing the fool, we also get market thief and this. Okay, fork in the road, arm wrestling. We also get Malaclypse problem and the trickster. We get even more stuff because we also had this coin. For finding the forest folk, we get the old maiden. Now all of this is gonna build a deck later on.
Welcome to my challenges. Together we will traverse 22 paths of wisdom and despair in the hope of awakening.
22. That's a lot of stuff to go through. So that's good to hear. Select a challenge. The magician. So we have 22 things to go through, like adventures. And if I'm correct, there's also a like an endless mode later on, which you can just play for fun. Okay, so we get to build our deck here. We can get 5 equipment cards, 5 encounters, 1 companion. The companion is already in there. So we could put stuff in here like maybe Malaclypse's problem, market thief. We don't know what this does. Okay, so let's do the new stuff in there as well. Let's all put in the new cards. Continue. Let's put in the Cardinal Blade. So you don't actually get to keep your equipment, but you do get it as like as rewards. So you can basically build the stuff you want in there, you just put in there, and then you get to build up your character again. Avoid Empire. Lose gold for every Empire killed. So we should not kill any Empire. And Growing Scourge, prepare to fight Corrupted. These are most likely new enemies. So let's go do this.
A casual call to heroism. How many adventures start thus?
So we get 1 coin for finishing this.
For 100 years I have thought about nothing but the game. I was defeated. It is true. I became complacent long before then. I thought I knew everything about the game and what it could be. Now you see before you the extent of my research. I have crafted this game anew.
So this guy is like, if I remember correctly, he's not like the devil or anything, but he's like a soul keeper or something. I'm not quite sure. But you're like playing for your soul is kind of the story, if I'm correct. Or rather, you're trying to remember a lot of things. You also see he has blood on his arms and stuff. He's I think he's one of the more interesting characters, and I think like I would love to see MatPat do like a game theory on this. That would be really awesome. Because he seems like a rather interesting character. Like, what is his true motivation for this? For playing this game and stuff. Your conversation with a fur trader is interrupted as Malaclips arrives in a flurry. Whispers from the west. The whispers speak of trouble at the edge of the Empire. The town of Westwind is suffering against the Blight. Find out more about Westwind. Ask about Empire protection. A small garrison is meant to be protecting the town, but apparently they are all dead, missing or drunk. Okay, that last one. No, why? Ask what makes Westwind special. I've traveled far to escape the oppression of the Empire. Westwind gave me my freedom, and I intend to return the favor. Ask where Westwind is. Westwind sits on the outer edge of the Empire. While the Empire focuses on the capital, its nobles and merchants, those are at the fringes, are neglected. That's enough for now. Let's head over there. You return to the markets and ask if any traders headed to Westwind might need an escort. There are 3 options. A stonemason, a food wagon, or a weaponsmith. I am guessing that the stonemason will give back health, the food wagon will give back food, and the weaponsmith will give equipment. That's something I'm guessing. I feel like we should go for the weaponsmith here. Would make the you arrange an uncomfortable ride jammed among the many tools of a weaponsmith headed far west.
Like a compass, it indicates the truth of all directions.
So we got the Cardinal Blade for this. Would you like to equip it? Of course we would. The villager's axe has more damage. But again, this is one-handed. Riposte is really awesome. It does have armor breaker. Bash causes additional damage to armor. 8 blades fire magical blades in 8 directions. When activated, blades cause 20 damage or 40 damage to corrupted. let's take this. You arrive at the town of Westwind. To defend the town, you'll need to locate as many Empire soldiers as you can before the Blight invades. Okay, fair enough. So we gotta recruit them
in these dire positions, and then expect a hero to come rescue them when things become too much.
Stranded noble. While patrolling the outskirts of Westwind, you hear the clash of steel and the unmistakable groan of corrupted. Your investigation leads you to a distressed noble, perched on the roof of his carriage. Thank the gods, I was heading to tea with the Duke. Really? Tea with the Duke? Okay. Tea with the Duke Gilbert. When we were ambushed. My footman left me here to fight them off, but the brawl has now dispersed into the forest. The noble peers fearfully into the tree line. If you stay there and protect me, I can pay. Stay, I feel like we should go after the soldiers. They might be dead. They might be really, really dead. You rush into the forest and quickly encounter a squad of Empire soldiers battling the corrupted.
Let us see if the mage can help you here.
Let's see. Oh, so that's my that's Malaclips. Oh, so he is also a magician, a jester, and a vagabond. When activated, Malaclips casts a protective spell on you that can block a single hit. Okay. Companion is R.
If nothing else, I'll get a song out of this.
There we go. Where's the last one? There we go. I love the green stuff on them. I'm a sucker for like greenish glows. Awesome! So we get to choose. Neither of these are better at the moment, I think. No, this is actually worse. Back. Let's just go with this. We might be able to sell it maybe. No, do not equip it. We got lots of food as well. With the corrupted dispatch, the soldiers turn to you. I'm sure we could have handled it, but thanks for stepping in. I guess we have to go back to escorting His Highness, Sir Quivering Blanket of Mumsy, off to his palace. Appeal to their... if we had gold, we could have paid them. You get bonus dice for each soldier you saved. Appeal to their sense of duty to defend Westwind. Pardon me. So we have an 18 target. That's quite high. 13. Let's re-roll those, since they were 1. Awesome, we made it! So you get a re-roll. Your inspiring speech wins over the remaining soldiers. You gain 2 recruits. That's awesome. We got two soldiers.
Commerce thrives in even the most unusual of locations.
Sell equipment. Ah, nice. So here we can sell our axe. And we will not sell our blade because that's way too good. We can buy equipment, we can buy food. This costs way too much. Let's leave. So I think we could return to that card if we needed healing or anything else.
Always treat those who feed you with respect. Even I stand by this rule, and I have respect for few.
Tart spice and exotic lies. You chance upon a wooden cart and overflowing with pear spice and many items otherwise. A wonderful smell wafts from the cart. Malaclips shakes his head. Poor old Chester, this is why you should never be seduced by the wiles of women, coin slave. They'll break your heart and leave you selling your lemon tarts with little business sense. The old farmer hawks his wares to passers-by, tart spice and exotic lies. Chester nods glumly as you approach. What would you like to buy on this terrible, dreary morning? Let's buy exotic lies. These nomads, you can trust them. He passes you a fruit that is by all accounts a lemon. Except that it is the size of a large melon. Coming into our lands, stealing our hearts. Chester stares in a kind of wistful gloom at the exotic fruit for a while. Before he finally decides on a price. Oh dear God, I did not expect this. We are gonna decide how much gold we are gonna give him. If we don't have that, something might happen. Something bad. Bane. 30 gold. Are you happy with the paying this price? No. Decline the purchase. Chester seems strangely affronted at this. He takes the fruit from your hands and coldly asks you to leave. I could not pay that even if I wanted to.
The Empire reaches too far. The North has gone from a loose collection of tribes to something to truly fear.
You find some Imperial soldiers strung about Northerners. Fight freedom or pay to freedom, or you can leave. I will fight to freedom. Because fighting in this game is awesome. If you couldn't tell, I'm really loving this game. I will most likely play this off screen as well. Like I did with the previous one. Raider, from the frozen darkness of the far north they come. Northerners can perform a combo attack. Use riposte with single-handed weapons to deal extra damage immediately after you defend. Alright. Come on, come on. Ow. Okay, that's something we cannot block. Ow. Ow. This is going bad. That didn't go too well. I got hit quite a bit there. Gain equipment. Ooh, we get Bastion of Purification. Our current shield is a wooden shield. This item is rusty and cannot be sold or exchanged. It's just a normal shield. It has 4 defense, which is really bad. Bastion of Purification. Damage, defense against corrupted. Defense causes 30% of your weapon damage. That's great. That's really great. Heavy, reduce movement speed, so it does reduce the movement speed quite a bit by 10%, and it has 15 defense. Yes please. We also got back 25 life. With the Northerner statue free the soldiers, we gain another 2 recruits. Let's see what happens if we go back. Nothing, nothing. Well, let's go to the last one.
Here we begin to see one of the small ways I've changed the game. Each challenge differs both in their rules and their objectives. Even those cards which were once the stairs now vary per challenge, as you will see.
Ah, right. I remember you had like a set of stairs which you needed to find in the previous game, and then you could go to the next board, as it were. And every adventure has like a certain amount of boards. So they changed that, it seems. The Westwind Tower bell chimes feverishly. The town crier bellows. There's corrupted inside the town. They broke through the sewers and into the Louse Lane. Louse Lane. That's almost make me say Lois Lane. Our brave soldiers have gone down there to sort it out. We could go to the next level, join the soldiers, or keep exploring. You arrived at Westwind's, find Westwind's few remaining soldiers, huddled at the entrance to its poorest area, Louse Lane. We cannot let the corruption spread for the good of the town. We must dispose of anyone who has been tainted even a little. Let's join the soldiers here. Tree of Blight. I'm guessing there's a stronger one? No? Oh, they are... there's 3 stronger ones. They look disgusting. Inflicted. The first touches of corruption bring forth the darkest elements of their victims. Infected enemies are feeble, causing them to become knocked down when health is low. Use a finisher before they recover. Gotcha. Ouch. Right through his head. Woohoo! With the corrupt threat removed, you have ensured that these soldiers survived to aid the town's defense. You've gained another 3 recruits. So we got 7 in total, which is awesome. Soldiers help you scavenge what you can from the remains of the poor souls taken from by the corruption. Blah, blah, blah. Second Wind, healing. In combat boost life by 75 when life drops below 25. Then discard. There we go, we got another board here. And yeah, we gotta clear this again, and then we move on to the next stuff, so and so forth. I feel like we should finish this one. Let's finish this whole adventure. Let's go ahead and do that.
Your supplies are running low. Make your choices carefully.
Alright, we only have 2 more food. We could sell our equipment. No. Buy healing. We don't really need healing. We do need food. Let's buy 3 food. Let's also buy 1 food. And then we'll leave this place. And onwards.
Age turns us all. She has done rather better than I in the time that has passed.
The old maiden. Walking through a shady forest, you encounter a frail old maiden. She stops to greet you. For centuries I've helped the mortals who find themselves lost in my forest. Is there anything that might help you with your journey? I would like some supplies. This should sustain you for a few days, she says, squinting at you with tired eyes. That's great, we got more food.
In my day, thieves
Market
kept
thief.
their distance. None would pickpocket a mage for fear of failure, or worse, success.
The market bazaar is a hive of activity. Traders from across the lands call out to passers-by to sell their wares. As the sun beats down on the crowded street, you pause, briefly to draw water from a fountain. You feel something tug on the inside of your tunic. Turning quickly, you discover a pickpocket making off with some of your belongings. Okay, so he stole 10 while I only had 5, but sure. You jump to your feet and catch a glimpse of the thief as they weave through the crowd. I'm thinking it's this one. Ah! Crap! That means we most likely will not get the coin. The tangled maze of people proves too much for you and he makes his escape. That sucks. That actually makes me feel terrible.
Now your chance presents itself. At last, stand in the defense of the peasantry. What noble traits you display already.
We retreat because we still need more soldiers.
Life, you will have wandered endless intersections, yet this one sticks with you. Why? What is it in your memory that catches here?
You arrive at the signpost detailing possible path east and west. Okay. So there are cards that do basically not much as well.
Your companion has his own story to tell. We must wonder if this is a tale of a hero or a villain.
You arrive at the city markets to meet with Malaclip's associate. You find him sitting on a blanket by the sewer gates. You can't tell whether he's a goblin, a human, or an animate pile of greasy rags. A few wilted daisies and duckweed tied with a rope are flopped on the ground around him. Merc, Malaclips calls to the creature, arms outstretched. I have a favor to ask of you, my handsome friend. The greasy goblin man raises a hand to stop the bard's prattle. 10 gold first, you know that. Say you don't have enough gold. The goblin man looks affronted. Malaclips places a consoling hand on him. Don't be mad, he doesn't know about how our kind work. Merc crosses his arms, turns his back to you. Malaclips makes soothing noises. Look there, Merc. We'll be back before you know it with the gold, okay?
They got themselves into this mess. I don't see why you should get them out.
Okay, let's free them. This is just another fight. The Northerners. Alright. Aha! There we go. We got Deft Eye. Slower spin reduces the speed of a wheel gambit. Okay. 3 food. 2 recruits. So we can't get that card with the coin on it because we don't have the gold.
To redeem yourself. Let's see how you handle it this time.
Let's ring the bell. You scoured the land and brought together every available Empire soldier to the defense of Westwind. You must survive till morning when Imperial reinforcements will arrive. Let's give them a rousing speech.
Now you wager for more than mere success and failure. You choose the very stakes themselves.
I dare not look here. Fuck! The soldiers appear unmoved by our words and remain tense and fearful. Alright. There wasn't much of a chance that I would actually succeed there. What the hell is that? Terror of Westwind. As the final vestiges of humanity are erased, the terror wakes. Use Bash to break the terror's corrupted armor and defeat it with a finisher before it regenerates. Okay.
With all these soldiers, you don't think you could have...
Ah! Come on! Kill it! Kill this one. It's a little bit messy now. Getting a little bit crowded here. Got him. So the bigger fights do get a little messy. They should have made the arena a little bit larger.
A mighty creature of chaos felled by your power. Does it satisfy you, this bloodshed? Knowing those you destroy were once simple peasants going about their day.
The rest of the minions flee, their spirits broken. The soldiers erupt in cheers, praising your valor. You can rest until morning, ready to greet the reinforcements of the town already saved. Awesome.
The magician returns to the
more stuff.
But now we only begin our stories of fate, folly, and magic. Do not
Also,
think I'm satisfied with this, but at least we have a place to begin.
Also, just to bash microtransactions a little, this is all
Now
free.
you have learned the simplest of ways
Well,
to
the
build
game
your deck.
costs like
Each challenge
25 or
requires
something,
own
but
unique trials.
everything
Here
in
are
this
some
game is
tools to
free.
put you in good stead.
For saving the town of Westwind, we get a ruby ring, we get a Valiant Aegis, and we get a Winter's Bane. And we also get more like event cards, I guess. Man-Eating Tree, Gnomish Exchange, Lost Ring, Pauper Plague, and Westwind Tavern.
As you play, you will find more options open to you. Should you find yourself blocked or overly challenged, take the time to explore the board. Unlocking cards will give you options you have not yet considered.
So, we finished that adventure. Now we have 3 options open to us, which is great. The last game actually was pretty linear in that aspect, where you just had to complete a set amount of challenges and it would go to the next adventure. Here you can actually choose 3 different adventures and do whatever you like. If you want to go to the Emperor, you can just go to the Emperor. If you want to do the Empress, you do the Empress. Or you can do the High Priestess here. I like that. I like choice. I like choice in games, choice in everything. So we do have quite a few cards unlocked now as well. If I were to do like the Emperor, for example, we have quite a bit of encounter cards. Like before this, we only could play 5 encounter cards, but the adventures get more and more advanced the further you play, of course. So this time around you get 10 encounter cards and 8 equipment cards. And the more cards you get, I guess the more cards you can put in and stuff like that, which I think is awesome. But this is where I'm going to end it for today, because I have work tomorrow and stuff, so yeah. I most likely will be doing League of Legends again tomorrow. I'm not quite sure. I might even play some of this, depending on if there's people wanting to play League or not. Yeah, I just really like this game. Just a little quick recap. I love the card aspect, how the story gets told by you just placing your own cards in the deck, and it is somewhat less random if you go with the same cards each time, but if you just switch it up and stuff, it's fine, I guess. I do love the like the fighting as well. The fighting is great. It's one of the better things in this game. It also reminds me a little bit of Batman, the Batman series, like Arkham City and stuff like that. Which is a really good fighting system, I think. And they did well with this one too, because it was spot on. When I clicked like left mouse button, it would instantly attack, and there would be no delay in that. If I were to press...
Complete
Shut up.
And we will be ready to face you, sir.
If I pressed right mouse button, I would block instantly. So you do need to time that well if they are going to hit you. But they do give a little green indicator of when they are blockable, which Batman had its own indicators there, of course. So it is like indicating you can block this or you cannot block this. That's something I do appreciate. Other than that, I don't really have much to say about this game. I just really like it. It's great. I would definitely, if you like adventuring, if you like exploring, if you like just generally reading as well, like maybe some adventure reading and stuff like that, like Lord of the Rings, if you're into that, this is definitely something you need to buy right now. because it's the writing is great in this. I really love it. Yeah, that's me for today. If you like this, then leave me a like on Twitch or maybe Mixer if you're watching this on Mixer. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I would also appreciate if you hit that subscribe button and maybe like button. If you didn't like it and you're watching this on YouTube, there's also the dislike button, of course. Feel free to also join our Discord, which should be on my Twitch page. I still haven't gotten around to putting it on my Mixer. I will most likely try and do that today or tomorrow. Like update the whole thing, because it is quite outdated. It's lacking a lot of links and stuff. So yeah. Other than that, also feel free to follow me on Twitter. I've been really active as of late. I don't know why, I'm just enjoying being on Twitter now. So yeah, I'll see you guys either on Twitter or maybe tomorrow on this stream right here. So bye bye and see you later.